Alright everybody, it's time to finally get to work on that 1350 USS New Jersey I bought a few weeks back. The first thing I had to do was assemble the hull, as it's in two halves, but it has three bulkheads running down the center line of it, so this way it will be able to hold its proper shape. For a half-on, half-hull fitting, it actually fits very well. This is probably the best fitting one I have ever had to assemble. But of course this opens up a seam line. Now I took care of this on the King George V, so I will do the same for the New Jersey, but this time I have to use putty instead of just sanding away. Once when that putty dried, I had sanded it down, and now I'm painting the bottom of the hull with Tamiya's XF7 red. Since I am painting, it's time to go on ahead and also paint the deck in a sea blue. The details on this deck are very good, and I'm quite happy with it. Once I had finished painting the hull with black, deep blue, and pale blue-gray, it was time to finally start assembling the propellers and propeller shafts. Now, New Jersey has a propeller setup that I've never had to do before. The outboard propellers are 3-bladed, whilst the inboard propellers are 5-bladed. With that, it's time to go on ahead and start assembling the turrets, which I will do a full turret assembly so you can see the amazing detail that goes into these turrets. First thing I had to start doing was assembling the barbette system, as this is actually how the turret will hold in place on the deck. To know if each disc of the barbette is aligned, there are 3 elevator shafts for the powder bags. Now it's time to start doing the turret interiors. I will not be painting them as I'm gluing all the turrets shut, but I did build them up just so that you can see how they look in a completed state. Once when the 3 breaches were in place, it's time to put in the loading systems, and the rangefinders will also go in the back. As you can see here, the details for the interior of the turret are beautiful. Now, there might be a few changes that you'll need to make, such as adding the bulkheads between the 3 guns, but otherwise it's a very good turret. Just like every other plastic model warship, you need to bore out the end of the gun barrel so it looks semi-realistic. Once when that was done, it was alright to go on ahead and install the gun barrels. The final detail these turrets need as of now are the rangefinders, but in the future there'll be more work that's needed on the turrets. At the bottom of the deck you need to install the rollers. This will also help hold the turret in place on the deck and allow it to rotate properly. Throughout the 3 segments that the deck is in, you need to drill out various holes for what I'm going to assume is going to be AA guns in the future. Once when the holes are drilled out and the rollers for the barbettes are installed, it's time to go on ahead and place the 3 segments of the deck in place. Now, just like a lot of model kits, the deck does not fit very well. It's slightly wider than the hull, so you need to really force the deck in place to hold it in. In the future, when this deck dries, I will go on ahead and add a black wash to it to help bring the details out and also solidify the blue in place. And the final thing I have to do for this video is install the 3 16-inch turrets. Well, if you have enjoyed this video, why not subscribe and leave a comment down below, and have a wonderful day.